Donkey Kong Land. Wow, this is a pretty good game. I was actually really surprised that they actually released this game because this game was developed by Reware, which is actually a Microsoft-owned company. Although back when this game was made, Reware was actually a second-party company, and Microsoft later on bought them out. But something I'd like to point out is, look over here. This is a really cool effect that they have here on the 3DS eShop, and they'll cycle through not only the title screen but three different in-game photos, and that's something that I feel like we have to capture in this video. You know, before the 3DS virtual console or 3DS eShop shuts down, because unfortunately, by the time you watch the video, the 3DS eShop will be closed. And yeah, I'm making this video for preservation purposes. And let's go ahead and let's look at this video. Now, a fun fact is that they actually showed this same video for all the Donkey Kong Land games, Donkey Kong Land 2 and 3. Now, I'm going to be making a mini video on all three of those games, so please, I'll have those videos linked in the description of this video, along with a few other eShop, 3DS Virtual Console videos, mini videos that I made. So yeah, please check those out. But yeah, that's an interesting fact. I think they might, I'm not 100% sure, but they show this video for Donkey Kong Country 3 as well for the 3DS. So that's just an interesting fact. But let's go ahead and watch this, gameplay trailer that they have here. This is a very good game. Yeah, they did a pretty good job, although that I kind of wish that they would have made a gameplay trailer, dedicated to Donkey Kong Land itself. Although another interesting fact is Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2, they actually do have their own dedicated trailer when it came to the 3DS Virtual Console. So I don't know why they gave up after those two games. I'm not sure if I'm doing a mini video on those. I might. If I do a mini video on those, I'll obviously have those linked in the description. Although I'm not sure. Like I said before, I am the date that I'm making this video is February 24th, and the 3DS Virtual Console or the 3DS eShop will be closing on March 27th of 2023. So I have very little time, and when you include, just life itself, I can't work on videos every single day just due to life things, and also the fact that there are so many other videos that I am yet to make and that I want to make. I'm not sure if I won't be able to do, I probably won't be able to do every single video. Although I don't know, maybe, who knows, maybe I do love the Donkey Kong Country series. But yeah, pause the video for the description. I kind of went on a talkathon right there, just but yeah, they have a lot for the description for this game. Now let's look at these photos. I have played and beaten this game all the way through, and it suffers from that. It's a really good game, but unfortunately, Donkey Kong in this game kind of blends into the background quite a bit. This game has not really aged the best, but it's still a pretty fun game. Now, I do have a modded new 3DS XL, and I actually managed to get a version of this game with a ROM hack where someone from the modding and homebrew community redid this game in full color. and I played through that version. And if you could somehow manage to get a hold of that version of this game, good for you, because that is the version to play. But I know that this very hard to play because the screen is very zoomed in. But if you are like me and you want to play this game all the way through, I think save states are a must for this game. And yeah, and to talk more about my personal history with this game, I remember the first time I saw this game was I went to back when I was a very little kid. I was like elementary school age. I would go to this church, and my mom, there was this other family that was very similar to mine, where it was me and my two little brothers, and there was this other family where there was a kid my age, and he also had two little brothers too. So my mom, by the way, I didn't know this kid that well at that time. It was one of those things where like my mom is like forcing me to trying to force a friendship between me and this random kid at church. So like I just went along with it. I remember I went over to this kid's house, and man, his house was amazing. He had a Nintendo 64, and he had Pokemon Stadium with the original Super Smash Brothers, and a few other games that I frankly don't really remember. It was the first time I ever saw Pokemon Stadium, which that's a good game. But I remember my mind was blown because he had unlocked Nest as a playable character, and me and my brothers, we had the original Super Smash Brothers at that time, and we unlocked Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, and Luigi, but we could not, for the life of us, figure out how to unlock Nest as a playable character. We didn't even know who that. All we saw was like we played the game a lot, but we just saw like a mystery box. We had no idea what character was behind that mystery box. We had no idea who Nest even was, and lo and behold, we're playing Super Smash Brothers at that guy's house. He has this. He had unlocked that character, and it was so cool. He told us how to unlock the character, and immediately as soon as we got home, we unlocked that character. But it was so fun having that eureka moment. But he now not getting too far or deep into the story. He actually had an original Game Boy with this game, and yeah, like the OG original Game Boy, like the different layers of green Game Boy. And I remember it is so weird. I never had that specific model of Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Pocket. And I thought it was so. And when I saw this game blew my mind. I'm like, wow, this game looked like a lot of fun. I like the sound effect that the bananas make as soon as you collect them. That's what I like about the old school Donkey Kong Country games. But man, it was crazy. My mom tried to force a friendship, and his house ended up being exceeding my expectation. I mean, goodness, we had pizza. I mean, they had Cartoon Network on at that time, and they were showing Ed, and Eddie, which at my house we were not allowed to watch Ed and Eddie for some weird reason. I don't know why. My mom at that time, there was a few shows that were on TV all the time that we were forbidden or banned from watching, and believe it or not, Ed, and Eddie was one of them. And because all the adults that I talked to at that time hated that show and thought that it was really bad for kids. And also SpongeBob SquarePants. I loved that show, but my mom banned me and my brothers from watching that show because we would reenact. We would have fun because we were little kids, and we would reenact the scenes that they did. And my mom was like, "Why are you acting this way?" And we would reenact the scenes that Patrick and SpongeBob were doing. You know, where Patrick is acting like an idiot, but. Either way, yeah, this game reminds me of that really fun time. But if you have any fun stories at all about any video game, or if you have any good stories about Donkey Kong Land, definitely go in the comment section. Tell your stories. I'll read it because I love hearing people's stories about retro gaming and see what other people's experiences were like. But yeah, if you enjoyed this story or this video at all, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Because like I said, I made a whole bunch of 3DS Mini videos discussing a whole bunch of different Virtual Console games. And yeah, I told a whole bunch of really good stories in a lot of those games. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and goodbye.